Welcome to Mission San Luis Rey de Francia. This was the 18th mission out of the 21 Mexican missions.
This was considered the biggest mission,
also known as the King Mission. Let's show you around.
This is the carpentry workshop. This is where the woodworking happened. Most of the natives got their axes and many other things that were made of wood from here. Let's show you inside.
As you can see, whoever made these has made 2 nice axes. He made some stuff. Let's take a look inside.
Oh, that's a lot of wood.
That's a lot of wood. Shows how much hard work that they have to put into it.
Yeah. They had to work day and
There's
night.
one more. There's one more. See? They'll make like tools.
Various tools that can help you.
This they would probably use to like get stuff out of the ground. This is the tannery. Leather was forged and made into clothes, shoes, and many things. Usually they get their leather from either the cows or the horses.
Yeah. And
I like this shirt.
they also get some of their wood from the carpentry person.
Looking good. Let's check out our next room. As you can see, there were a lot of people in this mission. This is the brick making room.
Adobe bricks were made here. The adobe bricks were used to make the mission.
So this was probably one of the most important workshops in the entire mission.
Yeah. So water and grass to make a bunch of adobe bricks.
Here's how they would do it. They'd take some dirt and some grass, and they'd mix it all together. Mix it up with some water. And over time, when it all dries out, it would make a brick. There, see? Makes a nice brick. And we can use this brick to build up the mission. Perfect. As you probably have noticed, there are lots of candles around the room.
This is what they used for a light source.
Aside from the windows, but however, they did not let in much light. So most of their light came from candles, which is why this next place we're going is very important. This is the candle making station.
They usually had a big pot.
They used tallow. It's made out of animal fat and they'd melt it all down and pretty much stick pieces of string into that wax, and then you can make a candle like this one. This is where they got all the water from, the well.
The well was very important because if it was not for this, they would not have gotten water.
Oh no! I don't know how to swim! I'm sinking! Help! 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 Better. This is the first peppercorn tree to ever be in California. It was grown right here in this mission.
This is the mission library. They had a lot of books to make the natives not get bored.
People would pick a book and read it. Kind of simple. See, they have a lot of books. Ooh, this one looks good. What's it called? Book. Sounds interesting. I think I should read it. Ooh, really? That's cool. Are you serious? No way. Is it just me, or is it really hot around here?
That's because we're right next to the blacksmith shop. Just turn around. This is where the metalworking was done. As you
They
saw
had
in the
a big burning fire right here. and it would melt all the metal, and then the blacksmith could forge it on this anvil. Looks tough.
As you saw in the carpentry shop, they had an axe which also had iron. They must have gotten this iron from the blacksmith.
Armor for the soldiers and other weapons was forged here. Also, armor for a horse, so the soldiers could have their horses be protected too. Also, they would use tools like this axe right here in order to
break wood,
chop down trees and stuff, build more of the mission. Also help the carpentry shop, as we've seen. The big noisy farm.
They got their meat and a lot of other things such as crops, vegetables,
leather from the animals, wool from the sheep, eggs from the chickens. I'm getting hungry. Let's see if we can get a vegetable. Ooh, a carrot. Nom 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 nom. There were tons and tons of eggs. There are tons and tons of eggs from the chickens. They lay tons of eggs, and that gives them a lot of food. The cows could give you milk, and the pigs meat. The sheep wool, and the horses you can ride.
And this is where the iron horse armor comes in handy from the blacksmith.
This is one of the horses for one of the military people. They have a saddle and armor on. It makes it really hard for them to be damaged. Horses were very helpful in the mission. This is where wool was turned into other helpful things like string, which can be used in a lot of things.
They use the string to make ropes,
carpets,
and various other things.
I was asking for this order of carpet. I might as well get it now. Looks nice. Oh, you want to see this working? Well, let's get some wool. Okay, now let's put the wool right here on the spinning wheel. And let's get it to work.
Spinning. Got it.
There we go. We have our nice string.
If you're almost done, just finish. But if you get a while, why don't you ask?
There we go. We have some string. This can be used for a lot of other things, and I hope they put it to good use. Now here we are at the sad cemetery, where both Native American and Mexican people were buried.
This was a place where many natives and Mexicans
could rest in peace. Wait. No, he didn't. It's George. No. Why were... And now we're going to climb up the church, which is the building that we're climbing up, to see the bell tower.
This is the bell tower. They use this to do everything in the time of the day, and it signaled the church workers and
when church services would be, when meals were.
And welcome to the church.
This is the most important building in the entire mission. This was one of the main reasons the missions were built. The Native Americans and Mexicans would come here for church ceremonies.
They would also come here to worship their gods and people who were very important to their religion.
They had paintings on the walls explaining the story of God, which was their, and they had statues of they had two statues, one for Mary and one for Joseph, they had paint these designs on the walls that the Native
Which-
Americans made.
But for the Mexicans, they just look like random designs that were in the church.
But for the Native Americans, it stood for stuff for their religion. As you can see, there were a lot of people, and if the Padre just stood here, it would not be very easy to see everybody. So
That is why he stands all the way up here so he can see everybody and talk to everybody.
they had this is the biggest building in the entire mission.
And it was also the most important building in the mission. Well, there you have it. That is Mission San Luis Rey de Francia.